Hello, babies. Look, Mimzie's got a new friend. Oh, is she so beautiful? She's supposed to be a she, and everything appears to look as if she is a she, but she's a girl, baby. I mean, she's a rat, baby. And sometimes, you do not need to jump on the floor, little ma'am, because there are dogs everywhere waiting for you to jump. I was inviting her to read a book with us today, but our little friends down here on the floor, they want to welcome our little friend here also. I need you to calm down or we're going to have trouble, because I wanted you to help me read this book. A Monster is Coming. And there's a little mousy rat person in there that I thought you might enjoy reading with me, but I'm worried. I may have to pause mid-book and put her away somewhere safe, because these little fellas are looking suspicious at her. Let me just snuggle you close. A Monster is Coming. All right, this is one of my new flea market books. Look, Mimzie's hair is a hot mess. I don't have bangs. That's where I have cooked them off with the heating iron. Yes, Mimzie does not have any bangs cut. I have just cooked them fools right off. I'm hungry, said Baby Bug. Ooh, he looks like the Ferocious Beast. Y'all know Maggie and the Ferocious Beast? Wonder if Ferocious Beast was just a big bug. Mama Bug smiled and gave Baby Bug a leaf. Yum, what a snack. Oh, I just can't wait to eat a leaf, said not many people ever. You eat like a monster, she said. Wow, 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 wow. What do you think about that? She said she don't want any leaves either. Inchworm heard Mama Bug say monster, so he cried, Monster, inch for your lives. Okay, now that's punny. We're going to inch for our lives. Mimzie likes that. Inchworm tried to hide, but his bottom stuck out. Look, that is so silly. Oh, she's interested. She's a little reading rat. Yeah, let's turn the page. Ding. When Toad hopped by, he said, Inchworm, is that you? Inchworm said, shh, I'm hiding. A monster is coming. Inchworm's a little old scaredy cat. Scaredy bug. I don't know. Oh no, said Toad, a horrible monster. Leap for your lives. Leap for your lives. You see what they did there? Toad tried to hide too, but his head stuck out. At least his backside's hidden. Leona, this little rat baby is not for you. So rude. Mouse, and this is a rat, but this is gonna be her part, okay? Mouse ran by with a mouthful of seeds. She said, Toad, what are you doing? I'm hiding from a horrible monster, said Toad. What do you think they said, Miss Ratty? She doesn't have a name yet. Oh my, said Mouse, a hairy, horrible monster? Scamper for your lives. Mouse tried to hide too, but her tail stuck out. Rabbit tripped on Mouse's tail. Mouse has to settle. Those rabbits got to watch where they're going. They just want to snuggle. Oops, Mouse, what is wrong, said Rabbit. Mouse said, it's awful, Rabbit. A hairy, horrible monster is coming. She hadn't even seen the monster. Rabbit said, oh my goodness, a huge, hairy, horrible monster. Hop for your lives. Poor Rabbit tried to hide, but his ears stuck out. And that's how it is for some of those folks with big ears. If you know, you know. I have nothing else to say about that. Fox said, what is going on around here? Why is everyone hiding? Can y'all hear it in the background? If you don't know, then your parents didn't raise you right. Rabbit said, Fox, don't you know a huge, hairy, horrible monster is coming? Help me, yelled Fox. A hungry, huge, hairy, horrible monster is coming. And he dived in a hole. Did you notice every animal adds a little bit more to the description of this monster that none of them have even seen? Baby Bug was chewing a leaf. She said, hey, why is everyone hiding? A monster is coming, said Fox and Rabbit and Mouse and Toad and Inchworm. Fly for your life. Look at her up in the little bug high chair. That is so cute. I have a little high chair that is your size. I'm going to have to get that out. I do. I have a high chair that is just her size. Baby Bug looked this way and that. She said, I don't see a monster, but I'm so hungry, I could eat a monster. Inchworm heard Baby Bug say, "Eat a monster." He shouted, "Have you heard? Baby Bug ate the monster." Hooray for Baby Bug, everyone cried. Some of these folks just gonna need a hearing aid. Baby Bug was glad she was a hero, but talk about eating always made her hungry. Mama Bug smiled and gave Baby Bug another leaf. Well, that was a sweet story, and we made it to the very end. Y'all, she's gonna need a little name. I don't usually get plain solid generic white rats with red eyes, but here we are. But she's going to need a little name. And remember, her little best friend's name was Snoopy, but I can't name her Lucy or maybe Sally. Not Peppermint Patty or Marcy. None of those are niggling. She'll tell me what her name is. I just love little baby rats, but not as much as I love you.